Congrats. You've made it to the Night Owl Championship Finals. When you're lying in bed, tossing and turning, unable to sleep, and you happen to stumble on Xiaofu's Wilderness Build episode, then you, my friend, have hit the jackpot once again. I'm guessing you veterans are sitting at about 50% right now. Am I right? If I'm right, give me a shout in the comments. If I'm wrong, snap a screenshot and prove it in the comments section. Now, please rest your left foot behind your neck. Let's get straight into today's main event. When the snows of the Freljord shrouded the heavens and earth, Jace, loaded with bags of gear, marched forward along the path with his dog. Snowflakes, like grit, crushed by the harsh winter wind, pelted against Jace's handsome face. The white breath he exhaled barely drifted half a foot before freezing into tiny ice crystals. The distant coniferous forest turned into a blurry ink silhouette in the blizzard, like a subdued giant beast, silently watching this tiny traveler. Before long, Jace finally found the perfect feng shui treasure spot, surrounded by pine trees. With flat terrain, it was perfect for camping. Jace immediately took out his tools to get to work. First, he needed to fit a sturdy wooden handle for the shovel. Then he could clear out a clean patch of land bit by bit. Big Yellow stood obediently by his side, his dark, shiny eyes fixed unblinkingly on Jace's busy figure. Occasionally, he'd prick up his ears, alertly, listening to the wind howling through the pine branches, listening to the whimpering sound of the storm. Once the clearing was done, Jace took out his old partner of many years and started assembling it amidst the flying snow. As he skillfully threaded and secured the tent poles one by one, the small tent soon stood upright in the snow. The crisp click of the buckles rang out clearly in the silent snowfield. Every click felt like adding a safety lock to the little cabin. The moment the zipper was unzipped, Big Yellow couldn't wait to burrow inside. He circled twice inside the tent, sniffed the new environment with his nose, then curled up his body, burying his head into his fluffy tail, and let out a satisfied grunt. In just a short while, the gear was buried by the accumulating snow. Jace had to dig them out, one by one, and clean them off. Then he moved everything into the newly pitched tent. Since the snow was shallow and the wind was howling on all sides, he needed to anchor the tent with sturdy pegs. He found the anchor points around the tent in the snow and hammered the pegs hard into the frozen soil at a 45-degree angle. After getting that done, Jace switched the tent window to a transparent one, so he could enjoy the snowy scenery from inside. Now, it was time for the stove to make its debut. Although this guy is heavy, it is the most reliable partner in a cold night. Just unfold it, secure it, and attach the chimney pipes, and it will make the tent as warm as spring. For stability, Jace added a guy line to secure the chimney. This way, there's no need to worry about the howling north wind. Job done. He turned back to the forest to collect firewood. These dry spruce branches are a great choice. First, use the axe to remove the messy twigs. Then, he can carry them back for processing. Big Yellow acted like a loyal guard, following closely behind him every step of the way. Cut them into suitable logs, then split them into smaller pieces, and they're ready to be moved into the tent for the fire. The moment the magnesium rod struck the knife, an orange flame trembled slightly in the snowy wind. Jace quickly moved it to the kindling inside the stove. The dry twigs caught fire with a crisp crackle. The tiny flame was like an awakening spirit, greedily licking at the wood. He half-kneeled on the ground, placing the remaining wood on the stove to dry, and melted a pot of natural snow water for himself. As the tea water slowly heated up in the kettle, the tent gradually filled with moist steam. Mixed with the scent of burning wood, it drove away the biting cold. Using his heat-resistant iron hands, Jace poured himself a cup. He cupped the mug to his lips. The moment his tongue touched the warm liquid, infused with the scent of pine, he squinted his eyes in pure comfort. After the tea, Jace started chopping wood again. After all, only sufficient reserves bring peace of mind. Hey, back off a bit. What if I accidentally chopped the dog? Big Yellow curled up to the side, acting like it was no big deal, but his shivering body totally betrayed him. Once the fire was roaring, Jace took out the skillet to prepare dinner. The tender beef sizzled in the grease. The aroma of meat mixed with the wood smoke instantly exploded inside the tent. While waiting, he assembled the table and chair for dining. As for Big Yellow, he was already restless from the delicious smell. Staring straight at Jace with unblinking eyes, as if urging him to serve dinner faster, he made a classic meat sandwich for Big Yellow first, then fixed a big piece for himself. Man and dog, inside the warm tent, accompanied by the dancing flames, enjoyed the most grounding meal of this snowy night. Full and satisfied, Jace opened the tent to check outside. The storm seemed to have grown fiercer. The distant tree shadows that were barely visible before had now completely vanished into the dense curtain of snow. Heaven and earth were left in a chaotic blur of grey and white. Inside the tent, the fire in the stove crackled away. The orange firelight danced, reflecting on Jace's tired but satisfied face. With time to kill, he hung up an orange camping lantern. Then he laid out a moisture-proof pad to make a bed for the dog, while he used the assembled cot for himself. One man, one dog, snuggled up just like that beside the warm stove. In this long night, there is a warm fire, a loyal companion, and a belly full of food. Even with the wind and snow raging outside, the heart remains grounded and peaceful.